My name is John Watts. I'm a financial protection attorney in Alabama, and a question that we're often asked by our clients when we're talking to them about estate planning or elder law issues is, okay, I've heard about trust. I've heard about a revocable trust and an irrevocable trust. So what's the difference between those? Well, I have this very fancy treasure chest here. Imagine this is a trust. And if we have our house, we put our house in the trust, and we have some money, investments, checking accounts, whatever they may be, we put them in the trust. If the trust is open, then that means I can reach in there and take my house back out. I can reach in, take my money back out of it. It's still mine. I own it. This is a revocable trust. And since it was set up while I am alive, it's called a revocable living trust. So this is the most common type of trust that we use in estate planning, because for all intents and purposes, it's still me. Okay? It's still my house, my checking account. Now, the checking account, instead of saying John Watts, will say John Watts as trustee of the John Watts Trust. But it's still mine, and the IRS views it as being mine. And for purposes of asset protection, it's still mine, because I can reach in anytime I want, grab that house, grab that money. So that means my creditors, somebody that is coming after me for a debt, or predators, that could be divorce, bankruptcy, lawsuits, whatever it may be, they can reach in and grab it also. Well, what if I want to protect it? Well, then we close the lid and we make this an irrevocable, which means I put it in there. I can't reach in and grab my house, grab the money, and pull it out for my benefit. I no longer can do that. Because once that lid is shut, it's closed. It's irrevocable. I cannot change my mind on it. Now, a few terms that you may have heard. Trustee. Well, the trustee is a person with the key. Now, in a revocable trust, normally I'm the one that creates it. I'm the trustee. It means I can get in there, take out whatever I want. But if it's an irrevocable trust, then in some situations, I can still be the trustee, have the key, and I can reach in and grab things, but I can't give it to myself. I can only do that for the beneficiaries. And let's assume those are my children. Well, I could reach in and say, all right, I'm going to give this house away from the trust to my oldest daughter. Or I'm going to take this money and split it among my 3 kids. Okay? But I can't do it for myself. And for certain types of government benefits, I'll give you an example, VA pension, then we do not allow the person that creates the trust and that puts the money in to also be the trustee. It has to be irrevocable, and the veteran or the widow of the veteran cannot have any access to that. So that's why it's very important to understand the difference between a revocable trust and an irrevocable trust. It's not that one is good and one is bad. It's one is useful in a certain type of situation, the other is useful in a different type of situation. Just as we've talked about in other videos, well, is it better to fly or drive? I don't know. It depends. Are you going 30 miles? Probably not worth your time to fly. Are you taking a U-Haul full of stuff? Well, then you don't want to fly. But if you're going to Hawaii, kind of a problem driving. If you're going from Birmingham to LA, it's going to be a long drive. So it depends on what your situation is, what you're trying to accomplish. Do you want a revocable trust where you can pull stuff in and out? Or does it need to be irrevocable? Some people call it irrevocable, however you want to pronounce it, to where you no longer can get the assets in that trust back to yourself. And so we're always glad to sit down with people in Alabama, talk about what it is you're trying to accomplish and what your goals are and what's the best way to get there. And if it involves a trust, is that irrevocable or revocable? If you have questions or want to chat with us, it's 205-879-2447, or you can contact us through our website, alabamaelderlawyer.com. Thank you.